This is 98.9 DYUP Sugbo, the official campus radio of the University of the Philippines, Cebu. DYUP Sugbo operates 3 hours and 30 minutes daily and is streamed online on DYUP Sugbo, our official Facebook page, and on DYUP Sugbo, UP Cebu's YouTube channel. Our radio booth is located in the radio room of the College of Communication, Art and Science undergraduate building at the University of the Philippines, Cebu, Burordo Avenue, Laho, Cebu City. DYUP Sugbo is operated and maintained under the management of Gwyneth Antinga, Station Manager, along with Gabriel Emmanuel Sulamo, Assistant Internal Station Manager, and Rain Isabel Filizarta, Assistant External Station Manager. DYUP Sugbo is technically managed by its technical committee under the supervision of Caleb Josh Berandoy and Yeda Marie Lambujon, the technical heads. DYUP Sugbo's programs are produced and curated by the programming committee under the supervision of Franz Pauline Aberilla and Jarod Owen Eagle, the programming heads. DYUP Sugbo's official Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify accounts are run by the publicity committee under Steffi Erika Gakit and Stephen Cuevas, the publicity heads. DYUP Sugbo's records and documents are managed by Ritricia Llagas, Secretary. DYUP Sugbo's Executive Committee, Technical Committee, Programming Committee, and Publicity Committee are under the supervision of Sir Maurice Chete Villaester, DYUP's advisor. DYUP Sugbo 98.9, Kaoban Nimo, is now signing on.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, helas ng sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng bangaw, ay hinatang tulakaw.
blasted out. Tune in here for a great surprise. Ride the airwaves and come realize.
There's a lot to learn and much to see. Come be updated here in UPC. Turn your radio on and find your way. DYUP's here to save the day.
DYUP, kauban mo. You will never be alone. Bringing you the hottest, latest in the zone. DYUP, kauban mo. DYUP, kauban mo. You will never be alone. Bringing you the hottest, latest in the zone. DYUP, kauban mo.
If the world's heavy, don't give up. Raise your voice, find and do not stop.
Yes, we hear you, you are not alone. Radio's not dead, yes, we are on.
DYUP kauban nimo.
Bisan asa man kamo adto, music o balita nga ba?
Adi akini paras imo, maski ikaw lang usa.
Daghan o bisag asa.
DYUP di kabyaan, andam kang pagsilbihan.
There's a lot to learn and much to see. Come be updated here in UPC. Turn your radio on and find your way. DYUP's here to save the day.
DYUP, kauban mo. You will never be alone. Bringing you the hottest, latest in the zone. DYUP, kauban mo. DYUP, kauban mo. You will never be alone. Bringing you the hottest, latest in the zone. DYUP, kauban mo.
Kauban mo.
Kauban mo. Kauban mo. DYUP, kauban mo.
Live on air from the University of the Philippines Cebu radio booth in service of the people. This is 98.9 DYUP Sugbo, kauban mo.
Maayong adlaw UP Cebu, I am Caleb Josh Birandoy. You're listening to Say Ayo UP Cebu, the beat of campus, the pulse of news. For the headlines. Teen critically injured in Danao Internet Cafe stabbing. Tropical storm Marcy enters bar, rains expected in Luzon. Harris leads the US elections early voting. Philippines secures 5th straight East Asia Baseball Cup title. And lastly, Red Velvet Irene blooms in upcoming solo debut. Alright, today Expo Learning Week is still ongoing. We hope everyone had a great rest with your loved ones the past few days, the past week. And naka-spend time ra gid mo kanila with them, no? And naka-visit ra mo sa inyong mga family baron nga pass away. Wala na nato diri karon. And yeah, I hope nga nakapahuway ra tang tanan, and kay last day na biya jud karon, no, November 5 sa
ato ang flexible learning modality nga week, and tomorrow is balik na gyud ta sa normal face-to-face classes. All right. Now for our top story today. Teen critically injured in the now internet cafe stabbing. An 18-year-old man was critically injured after being stabbed by a minor inside an internet cafe in Barangay Poblacion, Danao City, Cebu on Sunday, November 3. And the incident took place around 6 p.m. on Rizal Street, while the victim, identified as Ray Ryan Bolangot, was playing computer games. According to Danao Police, led by Lieutenant Colonel Alan Rosario, the stabbing happened after a heated altercation between Polangkot and a 17-year-old neighbor, identified only as JR, due to his minor status. During the fight, the suspect reportedly pulled out a batangas knife and stabbed Polangkot in the chest. Polangkot was rushed to Cebu Provincial Hospital in Danao for treatment, while the suspect was taken into custody and handed over to the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Now for our national news, the tropical storm Marcy enters PAR, rains expected in Luzon. Tropical storm Marcy, known internationally as Yinxing, has entered the Philippine area of responsibility as of Monday morning, November 4, 2024. According to Pag-asa, Marcy was last located 775 kilometers east of Guyuan, eastern Samar, with maximum sustained winds of 75 kilometers per hour and gusts reaching up to 90 kilometers per hour. The storm is currently moving west-northwest at 35 kilometers per hour. Although no wind signals are raised at this time, Marcy is expected to bring rain over extreme northern Luzon and the eastern section of Luzon starting today, and November 5 due to its throw and enhanced northeasterly winds. Pag-asa advises that a weather alert may be issued in the upcoming days as Marcy moves closer to northern Luzon with a possible tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 for portions of Cagayan. For the international news, Harris leads the U.S. elections early voting. Janika has the full story.
With under 48 hours remaining in the U.S. election and over 77.6 million votes already submitted, new polling reveals that Kamala Harris is leading among early voters in key battleground states. As campaigning hours dwindle, Harris addressed supporters in Michigan, while her Republican opponent held a rally in Pennsylvania where he expressed frustrations about gaps in his bulletproof shielding and implied he wouldn't worry about reporters being shot if there were another assassination attempt on him. Important battleground states consist of Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Nevada. Jeannie Calukyas, DYUP Sugbo, kauban nimo.
Don't leave our broadcast as we have more news to share.
Nasa tiyan mo pa lang ako, alagang-alaga mo na ako. Kung ano ang kinakain mo, yun din ang kinakain ko. Mga nanay, kain kayo ng mabuti ah.
You're listening to Sai Ayo UP Cebu, your daily dose of fresh news and updates. Explore the heart of UP Cebu and beyond its commitment to bringing relevant and timely information. Stay in the know with Sai Ayo UP Cebu, the beat of campus, the pulse of news.
Oh, naunsa man ang pamati, Amaya?
Laban man akong ulos kay, oy.
Hala, narabatay resitron. Naunsa di ay ka.
Nauwanan magugugahapon, day. Wala ko kadalas akong payong. Hays.
Maola gini. Sa panahon rin nga ting-uwan, mag-amping ta kanunay. Pagdala pirmi og payong aron di masakit. Mas maayo pod nga mag-inom og vitamins kada adlaw para lagsik ang panlawas. Maminaw ta kanunay sa mga weather report sa balita aron updated pirmi. Kung maglain ang pamati, duol dayon sa atong UP Cebu Clinic para maalalayan dayon ka. As scholars ng bayan, mag-amping kita kanunay.
This reminder is brought to you by DYUP Sugbo. DYUP Sugbo, kauban nimo.
Ang mga official nga images or like pictures sa atong mga contestants sa kantahan, sa bandahan, sa sayawan, sa rampahan, no, sa pa. And no, all the kuan sa cookout, and also nakita sa nato ang mga videos of various student leaders, no, from nagalain-lain nga UP constituents, no, nag-invite sa mga tao nga mo join sa UP Cookout 2024. So I'm sure, no, kita tanan kay excited na karon nagyong Sabado. So I hope nga mo appeal kita, especially, no, sa mga wala pa ka-appeal before kay very nice experience gyud ang cookout. And if naamoy mga kuyog, no, nga like di ba UP student, kay much better, no, kay para mas daghan mong malingaw, kay of course the more the merrier. And no, it's for a cause man sad ang kaning UP Cookout. And yeah, ang proceeds sad kay adto sa beneficiary, no, from kaning Karapatan Central Visayas chapter. So muni ang beneficiary for this year's Cookout. All right, no, so without further ado, muna to siya, and let's proceed to the latest updates in sports. Philippines secures 5th straight East Asia Baseball Cup title. Here is Francine Chavez for the report.
The Philippines secured its 5th consecutive title in the East Asia Baseball Cup after defeating Hong Kong with a score 9-2 in the gold medal game on Sunday in Pampanga. This victory completed a dominant tournament sweep for the Philippine team, who earlier defeated Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, and Hong Kong. While in the bronze medal match, Thailand claimed 3rd place with an 11-10 win over Singapore. The Philippine men's baseball team, ranked 27th in the world, has now won the East Asia Cup 5 times, including titles in 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2023. The win highlights the team's ongoing success and dominance in the region. Francine Chavez, DYUP Sugbo, kauban nimo.
For the latest chicas in the world of entertainment, exciting news for K-pop fans, Red Velvet Irene blooms in upcoming solo debut. And Cash will tell you all about this blooming debut.
Red Velvet's Irene is ready to bloom solo. The K-pop star announced her debut mini-album Like a Flower, set to release on November 26 at 5 p.m. SM Entertainment revealed the news on November 4, sharing a teaser of Irene surrounded by flowers and butterflies, hinting at a fresh pop sound with a blend of genres. The album will feature 8 tracks led by the title song Like a Flower. Fans last saw Irene perform with Red Velvet in their June mini-album Cosmic for the group's 10th anniversary. Stay tuned, Rev Loves, because our queen is finally back! This has been Cash for DYUP Sugbo, kauban nimo.
for the recap. Teen critically injured in Danao Internet Cafe stabbing. Tropical storm Marcy entered bar and rains expected in Luzon. Harris led the US elections, early voting. Philippines secured 5th straight East Asia Baseball Cup title. And Red Velvet Irene bloomed in upcoming solo debut. So those were the top stories for today's broadcast. No, and once again, no, mga kauban, today is the last day mangyod sa para na to mga scholar ng bayan, last day sa flexible learning nga week, no. So siguro na pay mga ubay-ubay pud nato karon nga pabalik pa dili baron sa syudad, sa mga boarding house, mga sa baron. So amping sa inyo ha sa mga pabalik pa gikan sa ilang mga kaugalian, mga probinsya, ilang mga hometown, no. So amping mo kay nag-uwan-uwan na sa draba the past few days, no. So sige kahapon sa gahapon kay suking uwan nya gahapon nag-uwan pud nya murag karon murag muuwan na pud, no. So magdala na lang gyud ta og payong and magamping gyud kita kay di gyud nato mahibaw ano sa dagan sa panahon. And speaking of panahon, dali ra gyud kaayo, paspas gyud kaayo ang panahon mga kauban, as there are only 49 days to go until Christmas, and also there are only 4 days to go until our most awaited UP cookout. So once again, no, this Saturday na mga kauban and mga eskolar ng bayan. So make sure to join, no, to come and bring your friends also if kanawan para magka-catch up mo like yung high school friends baron, di ba, yung mga special someones, no? Yes, all right. Once again, this has been Caleb Josh Birandoy. Thank you very much for listening to Sai Ayo, UP Cebu, the beat of campus, the pulse of news. You've been listening to 98.9 DYUP Sugbo, Kauban Niyo.
makita tas dakong bato ug dito maghinang samtang magpaabot sa hayag na bungkay. Wala na ni uli ay bahala na baha, linog man o bagyo, padayon gid ang Pasko. Kay di ka bungan kasal, ya maskin asa ato, padayon gid ang Pasko. Way makapaghan sa panglaom, padayon lang gihapon. Atong pagkaon, di malawyon lang ang makahigayon, padayon gihapon. Bahala nang baha, init man o bagyo, padayon gyud ang Pasko. Kay di ka pungan kasal, ya maski asa ato, padayon gyud ang Pasko. Bahala nang baha, init man o bagyo, kay di ka pungan kasal, ya maski asa ato. Uy makapaghan sa panglaom, padayon lang gihapon. Padayon lang gihapon. Atong Pasko, kauban nimo.
Asa ko mudagan kanunay gagukod sa taong way kabangaagan, nga siya lamang jud ang sulod ning akong dughan. Pagkapaita unsaon pa pagnisi, mapuno yun og luha akong undan gabi-gabi. Kuha ipod intawng kabog aton sa akong gibati, hastang paita. Apan karon nabag-o na akong pagkatanga, mas ni samot pa. Ha ha ha. Kung kagisi lang kat akong kasing-kasing sa kama, tuurang lahi imong kalabing-labing hoy. Ka-harsh pud ani oy, sad life malas sa imo pagyud ko na hulog sa marakusutan, sa iwit mahimo urag baho. Paita ani oy. Kasweet ninyo tan-awon, sa imong kalabing-labing oy. Kaharas pod nimo oy.
Poems, short stories, and all things literature. Serving you literary delights. Storybites, bite-sized tales, endless possibilities.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Storybites, where we give you bite-sized delights of poems, short stories, and all things literature. For this episode, we will be talking about iconic breakup letters. The first work is Edith Wharton's letter to W. Morton Fullerton, to be read by yours truly, Nat. The second work is Anais Nin's letter to C.L., Lanny Baldwin, to be read by Al. And last but not the least, a letter to Carl, the fine arts boy, is going to be read by Gab. So sit back and enjoy as we delve into these poignant literary pieces about love and separation. I have been back 3 days and seem not to exist for you. I don't understand. If I could lean on some feeling in you, a good and loyal friendship if there's nothing else, then I could go on, bear things, write and arrange my life. Now, tossed perpetually between one illusion and another by your strange, confused conduct of the last 6 months, I can't any longer find a landmark. I don't know what you want or what I am. You write to me like a lover. You treat me like a casual acquaintance. Which are you? What am I? Casual acquaintance, no, but a friend, yes. I've always told you I foresaw that solution and accepted it in advance. But a certain consistency of affection is a fundamental part of friendship. One must know what to hold on to. And just as I think we have reached that stage, you revert abruptly to the other relation and assume that I have noticed no change in you, and that I have not suffered or wondered at it, but have carried on my life in serene and sensibility until you choose to enter again suddenly into it. I have borne all these inconsistencies and incoherences as long as I could, because I love you so much, and because I am so sorry for things in your life that are difficult and wearing. But I have never been capricious or exacting. I have never, I think, added to those difficulties, but have tried to enlighten them for you by a frank and faithful friendship. Only now a sense of my worth, and sense also that I can bear no more, makes me write this to you. Write me no more such letters as you sent me in England. It is a cruel and capricious amusement. It was not necessary to hurt me thus. I have had a difficult year, but the pain within my pain, the last turn of the screw, has been the impossibility of knowing what you wanted for me and what you felt for me. At a time when it seemed natural that if you had any sincere feelings for me, you should see my need of an equable friendship. I don't say love because that is not made to order, but the kind of tried tenderness that old friends seek in each other in difficult moments of life. My life was better before I knew you. That is, for me, the sad conclusion of this year. And it is a bitter thing to say to the one being one has ever loved, the amor. And that was Edith Wharton's letter to W. Morton Fullerton. Edith Wharton was an acclaimed American novelist and designer. She was known for her keen observations of upper-class society, with famous works such as the 1911 novel entitled Ethan Frome and her 1921 novel entitled The Age of Innocence, which won the Pulitzer Prize in Fiction, making her the first woman who ever won the prestigious award. Meanwhile, W. Morton Fullerton was a British journalist, author, and a foreign correspondent for the Times. Both he and Wharton had a seemingly serious relationship from 1907 to 1908, which ended in 1909 when Wharton discovered that Fullerton had been seeing another woman. Okay, so what do you guys think of that letter?
Is it casual?
DJ, can you please play Casual by Chapel Roan? Sakit kayo.
Sakit gid siya.
I think yung
Casual
first
acquaintance,
sentence.
no, but a friend, yes.
Kanang, I feel like daghan jud makarelate ani. Like, what do you guys think? Nakarelate mo?
Nakarelate ko.
Uy.
Nakarelate ko, not at this moment, but there was a moment.
There was a
Time.
moment.
Yeah.
Kanang, have you ever experienced situationships? Kay Marag, this is very situationship coded. Very situationship coded. So, shout out sa mga taong suffering
From situationships.
Get well soon.
Get well soon. Hopefully it stays.
Yeah, but seriously, like, kanang, I feel like this letter fully encapsulates the feeling of being a situationship and kanang, why? Like, what are we? Like, it makes you wonder, like, especially like the part, like, kanang, which are you? What am I?
Which are
like,
you?
like, you write to me like a lover. You treat me like a casual acquaintance. Like, it's like an age-old thing, Jud. Like, so many movies, so many poems. Like, literature has been portrayed.
I don't know why, but
countless
that
of
trope is like very popular, good, especially on like kanang mga contemporary.
Yeah, it's always
works.
It makes you wonder, unsa man jud ta? Like, seriously, unsa man jud
Why
ta?
is this a universal thing?
Yeah, like, makasungot kay like it makes me, it enrages me. Sure.
Yeah, true.
Like, unsa man jud, like, if you really like someone, can't you just say, like, check the label?
Yeah, and then like at the same time, we like on the previous episode we talked about taking risks.
Yeah,
and,
taking
like,
risks.
taking the time to actually like, you know, do efforts and stuff.
Yeah.
But then when that effort was not actually validated by
Or
the person that you're
reciprocated,
or
yeah.
like even reciprocated, like what am I doing? Why
Yeah,
am I
like-
doing this then?
And I
Like,
guess
that
it's
kind of
it's
feeling.
painful sad, like, if you're willing to take a risk and the
Yeah.
person Kaya
I
like,
mean,
gaduha-duha pa
it's a
siya.
hit or miss,
Yeah.
actually. It feels like a hit or miss sometimes because if that person doesn't actually like you to that kind of degree or to the extent where like ma-reciprocate na like it's under reciprocation man good. It's easy when a person could like easily reciprocate without the feelings or like the actions that you give or like you committed to that person. So murag, it's also a pain in the I don't want to say like the A word, but like it's a pain in the
gut.
Yeah, nice.
In the gut. Yeah.
Sakit siya.
I think it's also been mentioned here no sa letter nga kanang ang iyahang iingon doesn't match his actions.
Yeah.
Kanang, you say that you love me but
why?
But
why you know do this?
Yeah. Dili makita sa actions and maybe that sort of created a feeling
and
for
like this poem said it basically it reminds me of that song Hot in Your Cold by Katy Perry. Like like when you think about it, like no ingon siya like here. And just as we think we've reached that stage, you revert abruptly to the other relation. So murag kanang he gives you mixed signals.
Yeah,
which
like especially in Katy Perry's Hot and Cold lyrics, like you change your mind like a girl changes clothes.
Yeah. Tapos kuan pod, like it's very one step forward and three steps
back.
Ni Olivia Rodrigo. Like
why are we doing?
Kay kanang gaduha-duha jud siya like kanang like you can feel the hesitance of Fullerton in this letter manggod sad kay murag, and you can feel how stressed, how kanang confused Wharton was when she wrote this letter kay kanang she just wants to know what are they like unsa medyo dila label kay murag kanang there's Fullerton telling her na kanang friends lang ta, but then at the same time when he writes letters to Wharton it's like full of like love and kanang like the actions, but then kanang when Wharton interprets it as love, lain na pod ang gihatag pod ni Fullerton, it's suddenly friends, acquaintance. So unsa man jud, like it makes the person confused.
Yeah, and that's why like their dynamics as like this duo, like makita sa di mo ba na kanang like kanang Wharton is actually really assertive when it comes to telling her feelings, but then like in reciprocation to kanang kay Fullerton kay murag wala lang keps lang and like murag that also murag ano pod on my part like it's very disconnected. Like there is a disconnection between what you actually expected that person will kind of reciprocate to you ba. So wala lang, sakit lang siya.
And to think this was like the early 1900s, no?
Yeah.
So murag like Wharton's like very revolutionary. Like apart from winning the Pulitzer Prize, kay kanang she was able to like assert jud na unsa iya ganahan. Like she was really out there like willing to risk
like
everything.
A true,
Yeah. And meanwhile, there's Fullerton na gaduha-duha siyang life nga murag big signals kaayo. So murag for me jud kay murag lahi ra jud like you should take a risk. Just take a risk, guys. Ay na mag situationships, please.
How about you, Sai?
Yeah. I think ako nabasahan before nga a situationship is only a situationship when one likes the other more than the other.
Which is very, very painful.
Like, mao na ang definition sa situationship nga dili mo same level of like kind of kanang attachment.
Yeah, commitment.
True.
So, basing from the letter here, it seems that Wharton is in a anxious avoidant pull. Ay push and pull, cat and mouse with Fullerton nga like kato if mo give siya og if mo treat si Wharton as a lover in this moment niya siya mo pull niya inig push na pud ni Edith kay siya na pud ang mo pull. So first laging ana ba, so I think that's like the general view of how I view situationships nga it's a situationship if like kanang it's unbalanced.
Siya. Like one person steps
out. Diba? Like either one is emotionally unavailable or both of them are emotionally available. Okay, why would you settle as a person if you were emotionally available? Why would you settle for that kind of person, diba? So it's kind of like coping mechanism pud sa usa ka person to choose that unavailable person kay merag na familiar feeling or like the thrill of the push and pull. So it's a trap of like
like do you like me for me or like do you just like the chase? Like kanang kanang like especially like in the letter when Wharton says ba, and I have not suffered or wondered at it, but have carried on my life in serene and sensibility until you choose to enter again suddenly into it. Like, mukalit lang siya balik ba? Like, na-jud mga to, ano, like, murag
Unsa man di ay.
unsa man jud ka sa, like, mukalit lang guesting si mong life. Surprise guesting. Mukalit.
Featuring.
Like, kapoy kaayo ha. Like, kanang, choose your role.
Ikaw na, inconsistent
Yeah,
si
inconsistent.
Fullerton mo na
Consistent siya sa pagka-inconsistent.
Mo na siya. Consistent siya sa iyong pagka-inconsistent. True.
And I think mo agree sad ko sa gingon ni Sai no nga it could be nga isa sila ha or duha sila ang emotionally unavailable gyud. And I think for me the way I see it, Fullerton is really doesn't really love Wharton because
I think
Gaduha-duha siya.
I think that's the ano gyud, like the final verdict siguro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if he ever did, kay murag, did you kaayo like not as committed compared to like how Wharton like felt?
No, I don't think he really loved Wharton because kana magong
Yeah,
devil's advocate should came up.
Devil's advocate.
Pero because katong like he shows and then he pulls and then it's like once na kanang murag mo pull back na si Wharton like dili na ko ganahan kay dira na dayon mo pakitag balik si Fullerton nga kanang mo show na po just in love and it's
That's
like
not love.
Fullerton is just stringing her along.
Yeah.
And it's I don't think that's love at
And
all.
that's it connects to like the history, like the context of this letter as well. Kay kanang they've been in a serious relationship for like how many years, and then suddenly like Fullerton was seeing another woman sad. So I was like, why? So
I
like
think that just puts everything to
perspective.
rest.
Like,
Maybe Fullerton fell out of love.
Yeah.
suddenly, or
There is a
okay, the fact katong the context na he cheated no.
Yeah.
And then kana murag
I don't want to play with you anymore.
yeah. Nga na.
I hate that. Like, why would you string someone along if like you're not serious about it? Like, you're just wasting another person's time.
Or
and
that,
effort.
Yeah, that reflects to a lot of situationships in modern day. Like, a lot of people get into situationships and string people along for their ego.
Yeah.
Or like, they're not into, mahaglok sila commitment,
Yeah.
pero they want the intimacy. Like, they want the benefits of a relationship
but
without
not being in a relationship. Yeah.
It's naka-ako sa responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like, you just want the good parts of a relationship, but not like the hard work of like committing. Kanang ganahan lang ka na pakiligon ka, like someone to talk with you at the end of the day. But
That
like
is so last
when
season.
they tell you na like what are we? Like when they ask for the label, suddenly like you're running on the different side. Like you're running to the opposite direction kay like you're not too fully committed kuno.
Kaya sakto sa gingon ni Gab nga na put na magud ang burden of our responsibility nga.
Yeah.
Your emotion, once you say yes, once you commit to a person, you're emotionally responsible to their emotions.
Suddenly it feels real.
So meron siyang ma-burden, ma-pressure for someone nga dili ganahan mo commit.
And you know like there's also like this part of the letter which I really like. Katong kanang when Wharton basically talks about like how like kanang she knows na like his life hasn't been sunshine and butterflies. Like he basically like suffered like kanang basically Wharton knows about that. But at the same time Wharton knows na like she's not kanang contributing, like helping, like making his life worse. In fact, she's kanang helping him with his life to make it like lighter. But like Fullerton basically makes her feel na murag siya burden na hinuon. Which is kind of sad because love shouldn't be a burden.
Dira po nang sayop ni Edith kay wala po niya gi-recognize iya worth to enough to see nga this isn't love.
Pero I think makita man sa jud sa letter nga kanang desperate na jud bitaw siya.
Yeah,
I think she's at that verge of like kana bitaw
willing to take anything na jud.
Yeah.
Or like willing
Girl,
to
stand up.
willing to
Girl,
willing to set boundaries. Like you can feel man sad like in the letter kanang sige na jud siya giingon na kanang unsa man jud ta. Sige like the whole premise of the letter is basically asking what are we? Like kanang sige na siya giingon na at least like if ever na kanang you really can't commit to me, at least give me the benefit of kanang being a good friend na lang.
Yeah.
Like, kanang give me the decency of like, but at least by telling me what are we, like, kana na lang jud ba? Like, the consolation at least of telling us what's our standing. Like, willing na jud to do anything.
Standing.
Standing. Like, willing na jud siya, guys. I feel bad for Edith.
How about you, Elle?
I have no. Actually, it just feels so unbalanced and very disconnected to the point na like Morton just is just really desperate. I think she's experiencing 5 stages of grief in one letter.
Yeah.
Because it's just it's the end note of everything. Like basically she's just trailblazing their relationship to the point now. Okay, I'm done. Like this is the point where like I stop talking to you now because we're ano siya, and then like it feels so bearing good.
Yeah, like I got what you said na kanang experiencing all stages of grief. Like you can really feel it. Like at first,
at first
in denial pa kay siya.
Na.
And then suddenly like bargaining na siya. Kanya siya na maybe friends na lang tapo. Di lang siya guan na. But then suddenly like at the end, she's like
death.
Like kanang my life was better before I knew you. Like,
anger na siya.
Suko na siya dahil. And then suddenly like nuingon na siya na like, and it is a bitter thing to say to the one being one has ever loved. Oh gosh, I feel so bad. Like that's so female rage.
Female rage.
Bilang isang eskolar ng bayan, I have come to realize that quality education goes beyond attending classes, passing exams, or institutions being equipped with the best infrastructures and gadgets. Quality education is about being challenged to think critically, question or criticize the status quo, and engage with the masses. In UP, we're not just learning for today or tomorrow, but preparing for the future. Quality education implores us to adapt, innovate, serve, and contribute. It pushes us to excel not only for ourselves, but for the nation. Bilang isang eskolar ng bayan, husay at dangal ang ating tinatangkilik. We are nurtured to create, inspired to innovate, destined to serve. We learn, we realize, we grow. It's through quality education that we can make a difference.
My poor Lanny, how blind you are. A woman is jealous only when she has nothing, but I, who am the most loved of all women, what can I be jealous of? I gave you up long ago, as you well know. Also, I refused you the night you wept. I only extended a friendship as I told you then, until you found what you wanted. When you did, I withdrew, it merely because I have no time for dead relationships. The day I discovered your deadness, long ago, my illusion about you died, and I knew you would never enter my world, which you wanted so much. Because my world is based on passion, and because you know that it is only with passion that one creates. And you know that my world, which you now deride because you couldn't enter it, made Henry a great writer because you know the other young men you are so jealous of enter a whole world by love and are writing books, producing movies, poems, paintings, and composing music. I am no need of insisting upon being loved. I'm immersed and flooded in this. That is why I am happy and full of power and find friendship paled by comparison. But in the middle of this fiery and marvelous give and take, going out with you was like going out with a priest. The contrast in temperature was too great, so I waited for my first chance to break, not wanting to leave you alone. You ought to know my value better than to think I can be jealous of the poor American woman who has lost her man to me continually since I am here.
And that was Anayanin's letter to C.L. Lanny Baldwin. So Anayanin is a French-American diarist, essayist, and writer of short and sensual stories who is also renowned for her introspective and lyrical prose. So some of her famous works include Delta of Venus, The Diary of Anais Nin, and A Spy in a House of Love. Meanwhile, Lonnie Baldwin was someone from her inner circle with whom she had a complex and passionate connection to. So they both had a tumultuous affair while they were both married to other people.
Huy, here we are again with marriage.
Here we are again with marriage and cheating.
Huy. Again, we need to kanang full disclosure, we don't condone cheating, ha. Like we're just saying, this is just for literary purpose.
I mean, the entire thing is pretty sassy and pretty savage at the same time because
she's so girl boss.
Yeah, because
she's so
why
bad.
would you? Why would she say that she felt like she was hanging out with a priest?
That's like so savage of her. Like honestly,
that's.
But like that's her standing up for herself.
Yeah.
Girl stood up. I love that for her. I love that for her. She finally stood up.
Yeah.
She knows her worth, kumbaga.
Yeah, love that for her. Yeah. So all those experiencing situationships or like bad relationships, stand up, girl. Stand up. Or man,
I mean, yeah,
stand up.
And and then when she said that the day I discovered your deadness long ago, my illusion about you died, and I know you could never enter my world. So like, which she also wanted so much because of course, I think they're not a situationship, but like they're literally like
full on cheating,
full
affair.
on cheating,
full
so
on
like,
affair.
I think that's one of the reason why she's she's also like setting her boundaries again. Hey. No, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
And it's just so savage of her to say like the day I discovered your deadness.
Yeah.
Like suddenly like kanang that part like my illusion about you died. It's like especially like when you're I haven't been in a relationship, okay, but like if you like I think that if you break up with someone, you finally see them for who they are, like kanang the unromanticized version.
Yeah.
Like all the flaws that you've been trying to cover up for like
or like maybe you're just bottling up
like all the pain.
Siya because I know I see the good in him.
Yeah.
I see the good in her. But then when you felt na it's really over, like it's definitely over kay diyan na sa nimo mano ka ba ma-shell shock ka bitaw sa kuan na murag ma-change na ay muhang bitaw perspective ni a person. It's like it's sad, but at the same time, it just happened. Like,
it's someone finally realizing that you can fix him.
Yeah, you can fix him.
You can fix him.
Know your worth.
Kanang si kuan man god like Anais, because like she's very domineering in a way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
in
yeah.
her letter kay kanang she's very assertive, and I love that for her.
How blind you are.
Like a woman is jealous only when she has nothing, but I, who am the most loved of all women, like she knows her worth. She's like maybe another woman kay Marag, they'll be jealous, but for me,
no.
I know my worth, girl.
Yeah.
What can I be jealous of? Oh, diba? Kung andyan siya, like she really knows, and I love that for her. So like for you guys, on someone, what do you guys is like? Which part of the letter resonated the most?
I mean, the priest one is like definitely a good part of the letter, but the entire letter just it stands for itself. Na basically she's done.
Yeah,
she's done. Like definitely
this is me
done.
washing my hands.
Yeah.
Siguro for me, akong favorite na part is I am in no need of insisting upon being loved.
Ooh,
she doesn't need another person to love her.
Yeah.
So I really like that. She's secure for herself. How about you, Sai?
For me, it was the day I discovered your deadness long ago.
Yeah,
my illusion about you died, and I knew you could never enter my world.
Yeah.
Kaya it's like kanang ganing moment nga kanang you like a person, you're wearing rose tinted na glasses, so you see like di ka makita siya mga red flags. For the moment kay imo siya matangtang like ay toxic man di siya like na I see your deadness now that I tangtang na da kanang the glasses. So dira na realize nga you could never enter my world. It was you who wanted to enter it. So why should I impose or why should I insist myself to you?
You were the problem in the first place. It wasn't me. And I love that. for me,
Love that for me, girl.
ang akong favorite ani kay, the contrast and temperature was too great. So I waited for my first chance to break, not wanting to leave you alone. Like for me, kay, like that part, kay, although like the whole letter
It's
was
very-
assertive, I guess like that part was like the vulnerable part. Like when she's like, kanang, there was a part of me who thought na like
Yeah.
you could still possibly like change pa ba
Yeah.
for me. Kay, kanang, in a way, like she knew, like
She's basically leaving a trace.
na like she knew na like the intensity of their love for each other was like not on par, but at the same time she was still waiting for him to make a mistake for her to finally break it off. Like but she knew na like they weren't on the same level.
Yeah, considering the context of like how why the letter was written, is because it's a grave thing to do. Like cheating on your partner is like more of ano na jud siya, like it's a grave, it's a no. So Murag, to me it feels like a betrayal. It is something na Murag, it breaks your trust, especially. So
Yeah.
Murag siya.
And I guess that's it for the discussion for this literary piece. Now we'll take a short break for our last literary piece.
Hey there, changemakers! Are you ready to make a difference? Quattro, a youth-led nonprofit organization, is calling on you to support causes that matter. Quattro believes in the power of young people coming together to drive positive change in our communities, providing a safe space where your voice can be heard and amplified. So, what are you waiting for? Donate now to help fuel the movement. The official channels for donation are as follows: GCash 0928-894-6478, Hasina Montante, or bank transfer BPI 868-905-7072, Erica Sanchez. Join Quattro in making a lasting impact.
To Carl, the fine arts boy of UP. It's my last day today as an exchange student in Ateneo. Tomorrow, I will go back to Japan. I'm sorry I didn't tell. I'm not happy because I'm leaving you, the one and only friend I have, and perhaps my first love. To be honest, I thought that the heat of Quezon City is maybe too much for a boy who grew fond of winter. Maybe I cannot enjoy Philippines. But no, I was wrong because I get to meet you. The heat is still unbearable, but at least I am sheltered by your warmth every day, along with the many sunsets we watched at the sunken garden, who I think became a witness of my happiness. The sunken garden, the warm community of UP, the Pansit Wanton, the Likot jeepneys, the Area 31, Aling Tinderas, the cats of UP, a keeper and a witness of my fleeting yet short love, will forever be etched in my heart. I want to thank you for every moment, for every shared smile and whispered secret. You were the gentle breeze on my sunburnt skin, the shade under which I found my solace. As I prepare to return to Japan, where winter's breath will once again wrap around me, I carry with me the echoes of our laughter and the memory of sunsets draped in hues of gold and crimson. Though our paths may diverge and the miles stretch between us, know that you have imprinted upon me a warmth that no winter can extinguish. So as I leave this place and return to my homeland, I do so with a heart full of gratitude and affection. The heat of Quezon City may have been too much, but it pales in comparison to the warmth of your presence, which I will carry with me always. Until we meet again, know that you are my cherished memory, the warmth I hold close against the chill of all that is yet to come. Take care, my friend. In this lifetime, I wish I could chase more sunsets with you, Carl. And that was A Letter to Carl, the Fine Arts Boy. This heartfelt letter that captures the bittersweet emotions of leaving behind a cherished friendship and a budding romance is actually a fictional work inspired from a personal story. It was written by a student from the UP College of Arts and Letters as part of a writing activity. This work was drawn from the real-life experiences of the writer's uncle, Carl. During Carl's teenage years, he had formed a close friendship with a Japanese exchange student who was studying in Ateneo, who he shared many moments with at the Sunken Garden. But unbeknownst to the Japanese exchange student, Carl was not a fine art student at UP, but rather a patient at the Philippine Heart Center suffering from a heart disease. Tragically, Carl passed away 7 days after the Japanese student left, and Carl's dying wish was to live a normal life of becoming an art student at UP, something that the Japanese exchange student never had an idea of because he never had the opportunity to say goodbye to Carl.
Oof.
Sakit.
Sakit. And I think like what differentiates this from the last two literary pieces kay this one manggod it's not a breakup. It's like
It's a heartbreak.
It's a heartbreak. So true.
In the sense siguro nga kanang they never really got the chance to be together.
Yeah. And it's painful. It's much it's painful sad. It's as painful as the others. In fact, for me kisakitan ko anim samot kay like you know like what's worse than a heartbreak kay kanang they weren't even like in a relationship ba?
Yeah.
Like the worst part was that they weren't even kanang they didn't have the opportunity to try, which is more painful in my opinion.
Same po na sa gingon nila nga it's better to end in bad terms with someone daw than be in good terms.
Yeah.
Kanang it's malinger man gud ang inyong kanang memory together nga. It's etched very kanang sentimentally si mo, so you become emotionally attached to it. So I feel like mo na siya.
It's better to try and regret than regret for not trying. So sakit kayo ni pa rin ako like very Totga vibes.
I think there's this concept sa siguro of distance.
Yeah.
Kasi 'di ba like temporary you're good ni Japanese guy like he's just an exchange student. And then there's this notion nga he's leaving.
Yeah.
And then there's a chance that they might never see each other again. So mas grabe ang feeling nga saya nga uy kuno nga na siya nga feeling ba nga kanang murag
right person, wrong time. Yeah. Very parallel.
And then, ma-relate na to siya sa tong last episode nga time, sad.
Yeah.
Kanang, ang iyang world ending is
Time
him
is
going
irrelevant.
back sa Japan. Nga like, ano ba, like, what do you do with the limited time? Nga like, temporary ra mo makita. And then,
I think it's also kind of a bittersweet siya nga letter. Kanang bitong nag-reminisce siya sa warmth together and kanang
it's all about reminiscing.
Yeah.
And you know that it's love if he romanticized the weather. Init na kayo.
Yeah.
Tapos, usually ko siya na like, I was wrong because I get to meet you. The heat is still unbearable, but at least I am sheltered by your warmth.
It's the dedication.
Yeah, the dedication.
You were the breeze, my sunburned skin.
You know it's love if you romanticize the inconveniences.
I just really love vivid
imagery.
descriptions.
Yeah.
Descriptions. It just
agree.
You know,
so sa
the angst of it all is.
Pero just to relate it, I guess, sa atong mga hosts, have you ever have a similar experience
Totga.
perhaps? Mga Totga, saya nga,
Uy, daghadyo kay ni.
wrong person, wrong time, ganun.
Samo ka dyan, right person, wrong time. Uy, you know, like, I there's this song by Liana Firestone. It's like, you're not the right person at the wrong time. You just didn't like me that much. But like in this case, it doesn't apply. Okay, it's really kanang
it's somewhat like very
situational
soul-bending na sa
kayo.
chaba na kanang feel bitaw nimo na mag soulmates mo gini sila like they're meant to be together but then like because of
like their situations prevent them.
Yeah.
So like for me like I don't think I've ever have I? Char. If my parents are listening, Char. This is not Natalie, this is unfirm person. Char. But like, yeah, like for Totgas, manggod, okay. Sakit siya. Sakit siya, like, in a sense that you already planned out this whole future with that person.
The whole
but then,
future thing.
suddenly di jud man to be kay because of certain circumstances or that person didn't like you that much. So murag sakit siya na like you already had it planned out and then suddenly that plan it doesn't pan out. So murag you just have to live with the fact na di jud no matter how much you try, no matter kung unsa pa nini mo i-push jud di nga plan di siya. Like sometimes you really can't plan out your future. Like it doesn't work out.
Yeah. For me, kay makarelate ko not in the sense nga na ako'y na-feel nga tot ga, but makarelate ko sa iyahang kanang pag-express sa juxtaposition gani nga even if unbearable ang heat sa Quezon, even if mobalik siya sa winter sa iyaha, ang manaig jud sa iyaha, ang iyahang na thankful for is ang warmth nga iyang always idala kaniya. So, mo na akong na-feel nga kanang the heat is unbearable or karon uwan karon very tugnaw atong weather karon, pero at least I am sheltered by their warmth every day along with the many sunsets and many memories nga kana nga mga memories that still warms my heart po. So dira ko in a sense nakarelate siyang giingon pag-express.
To love is to accept even the inconveniences that comes with love. Sure.
Pero I think sad siguro tungod siguro kay fleeting bitaw siya.
Murag
na some sort of special feeling about it, and I think it's the kind of experience na kanang bitong iktigawang nimo kay murag you look back to it like naka-experience ko ani kanang murag
something you'll reminisce.
Something that you'll carry forever until you grow old.
And then actually it's in ano. I don't know if you guys watch Freerun. You watch Freerun?
Yes.
Yeah. Gab, yeah. Okay, talk about it, Gab, because you know you watch Freerun.
Yeah. I think it's unique because the protagonist Manggod, she's pseudo immortal, so kana like she sees the people that she spends time with
as you know as ano lang kaning
temporary.
Temporary na because of course she's immortal and like wala kayo ang commitment sa iya, but then ang the real purpose why it happened because she wanted to feel what it's like to be, you know, be vulnerable, be human, and then murag diya na siniya na recollect her memories with her friends, and okay they have like different adventures and stuff like that. So like murag diya sad ma-connect sad nato bitaw na time is definitely fleeting, but at the same time the memories are just with you forever. It basically changes you. Your whole aspect, your whole personality na it kuan good kaning murag ano siya? How do you call this? How can I close this? How can I close this?
I don't know, like impactful.
Yeah, really impactful. Good.
I think that's it, no, for our last literary piece. And I hope that you enjoyed today's episode nga, even though heartbreak siya og mga topics, but I'm sure that all of us can relate to.
And that concludes today's episode of Storybites, where we have explored the intricate emotions of love and separation. These letters remind us that love is not just all rainbows and butterflies, but also involves pain and heartache, which can still be as profound and meaningful as the love that preceded it. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you again next time for another episode of Storybites.
You've just enjoyed another episode of Storybites. Until next time, keep your imagination alive and your stories endless. Bite-sized tales, endless possibilities. This is DYUP Sugbo, kauban nimo.
nimo.
Ganahan ko tong gabi sa syudad malako ko'y kung inikado traffic ko'y ilagaw di pag yung inita mo ragyodog ikaw girling isa dire paminaw chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, ride with me, ride with me. Chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, ride with me, ride with me. Wabag ka kaibaw, the way ka mulakaw. Ang tanan taong mananaw mura kang Miss Universe. You like a beauty queen, you're perfect to be my queen. Yeah, alright with me. Ngunit sa kaghawak, dili yun kang matagak. Shielda dito sa taas, unahan pa sa taas. Sa kasabalaman, shortcut sa talamban. I'll show you how beautiful the nights in Cebu. Tanawang city lights, maminog malibang nights. Yeah, and this song's from Lainey, cause you are my baby. Do you need my hoodie kung itog na ka? You can hug me tight, yeah, anytime you like. Mayroon ka imong gugma, di mo kod pariya sa akin. Kay lain, kay feeling kung maadto ka sa lain. Kay ikaw ang bituon sa atong kaumaon. Sa ko na lang kung imura kong paasahon. Di lalim, di lalim, di lalim, di lalim, no. Di lalim, di lalim, di lalim. Aga na gutong gabi sa syudad mang lako kay kung inikalaw traffic ko ilagaw. Di pag yung inita mo ragyodog ikaw. Oh girling isa diri paminaw. Chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, ride with me, ride with me. Chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, chill with me, ride with me. Yeah,
Live on air from the University of the Philippines Cebu Radio Booth in service of the people. This is 98.9 DYUP Sugbo, Kauban mo.
Maayong adlaw UP Cebu, I am Caleb Josh Birandoy. You're listening to Say Ayo UP Cebu, the beat of campus, the pulse of news. For the headlines. Teen critically injured in the now internet cafe stabbing. Tropical storm Marcy enters bar, rains expected in Luzon. Harris leads the US elections early voting. Philippines secures 5th straight East Asia Baseball Cup title. And lastly, Red Velvet Irene blooms in upcoming solo debut. Alright, today is Tuesday, November 4, 2024. Time check. It is currently 10:30 in the morning. Good morning, mga eskolar ng bayan. Unsta na nato mga kauban no nga naminaw diha online and on demand. So, UP Cebu is a new day, a new week, and with that comes new opportunities. And no, as our flexible learning week is still ongoing, we hope everyone had a great rest with your loved ones the past few days, the past week, and naka-spend time ra gid mo kanila with them, no, and naka-visit ra mo sa inyong mga family ba ron nga pass away, wala na nato diri karon. And yeah, I hope nga nakapahuway ra tang tanan, and kay last day na biya jud karon no, November 5 sa ato ang flexible learning modality nga week, and tomorrow is balik na gid ta sa normal face-to-face classes. All right. Now for our top stories today. Teen critically injured in the now internet cafe stabbing. An 18-year-old man was critically injured after being stabbed by a minor inside an internet cafe in Barangay Poblacion, Danao City, Cebu on Sunday, November 3, and the incident took place around 6 p.m. on Rizal Street, while the victim, identified as Ray Ryan Bolangot, was playing computer games. According to Danao Police, led by Lieutenant Colonel Alan Rosario, the stabbing happened after a heated altercation between Polangkot and a 17-year-old neighbor identified only as JR due to his minor status. During the fight, the suspect reportedly pulled out a Batangas knife and stabbed Polangkot in the chest. Polangkot was rushed to Cebu Provincial Hospital in Danao for treatment, while the suspect was taken into custody and handed over to the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Now for our national news, the tropical storm Marcy enters PAR, rains expected in Luzon. Tropical storm Marcy, known internationally as Yinxing, has entered the Philippine area of responsibility as of Monday morning, November 4, 2024. According to Pag-asa, Marcy was last located 775 kilometers east of Guyuan, eastern Samar, with maximum sustained winds of 75 kilometers per hour and gusts reaching up to 90 kilometers per hour. The storm is currently moving west-northwest at 35 kilometers per hour. Although no wind signals are raised at this time, Marcy is expected to bring rain over extreme northern Luzon and the eastern section of Luzon starting Tuesday or today and November 5 due to its throw and enhanced northeasterly winds. Pag-asa advises that a weather alert may be issued in the upcoming days as Marcy moves closer to northern Luzon with a possible tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 for portions of Cagayan. For the